Another episode of the podcast presented by Simple Math Matrix. It is your boy Mr. aka Super Raw 357, best known as Prince Godbody, and I'm joined by
the God King Hoopla.
And this week we've got the first part of this week, we've got a lot of tragedy and disappointment to talk about, and then a little light to end the episode. We'll start with, if you weren't aware, over the weekend, November, it would have been November 5th. November 5th was the start of the musical portion of the Astroworld Fest thrown by Travis Scott. That concert, or his set, which ended the festival for that night, and effectively ended the festival for the rest of the weekend, ended in the death of 8 people with over 300 injuries total throughout the event.
Yeah.
Where do we start to break this down at?
First of all, we gotta pay our respects to the people that lost their
lives.
You know what I'm saying? To the innocent lives that really were just there just to enjoy music.
A concert.
You know what I'm saying? A concert, a festival, and everybody else that got injured. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody went there expecting to
lose their life.
And you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, Travis Scott didn't go out to perform to expect
to kill people.
You know, I don't know, kill people, but
no, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't. And we don't have all the names, but there was a 14-year-old, one 16-year-old, so 2 juveniles, 2 21-year-olds, 2 23-year-olds, and a 27-year-old. And then one person whose age is unknown that did pass away from all this. And when you look at a situation like this is not on the fault of, I'll say this, my view of this is that at this point, this is not something that you can place blame on the artist for solely. From the videos that we have seen on social media and such, it seems as if, or the way that people are trying to paint it, is that Travis Scott saw people dying and continued to just sing, when that is not the complete truth or necessarily half of the truth.
Yeah.
If you did happen to catch all of the stream, you would have noticed that he had stopped the concert momentarily at times for people passing out and such, because that happens a lot. Hey, Nick, can you press that top button on the speaker for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I used to be a huge Travis Scott fan. Like a really, really big Travis Scott fan, and I've been to his shows. And I will say, at every Travis Scott show, minus something in the water that I've been to, I've seen somebody pass out. Yeah. That's not irregular for a concert, for a Travis Scott concert, nor is it irregular
for any concert, for real.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even have to be an artist of that type of music. Like, if you're just a big artist, you're gonna have thousands of people packed together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? People pass out from excitement, adrenaline, whole nine. No matter if you're off a substance or not, you could be the most sober person in the world, healthiest person in the world. You still might pass out at a concert.
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is, you can't necessarily or at all place the blame on Travis Scott for this. For real, if we want to break this down and be honest about it, starts with Live Nation and the security that was hired help me out here. I'm blunt drawing blank, so I'm trying to write and I can't see all that shit at the same time.
Damn, you said
this is improper planning.
Yeah, improper planning.
This is just
piss poor planning.
Yeah.
Of something that really should have been handled. Well, every festival needs to be handled like it's top, like security purposes. Like, you can't have people bum rushing and knocking down
Gates before the show.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I tweeted that it seems like they didn't necessarily plan this and that they just had the event. Because the ball begins to drop when kids bum rush the security gates and get in the show for free.
Facts.
Once you start to exceed capacity limits or exceed what you think you're prepared for, that's mistake number one.
That's true.
Mistake number two, from what I've read from people that were there, is that on top of trash security, there was little to almost no medical attention.
Real medical.
Yeah,
you know
there was 2 water stations for 50,000 people.
Yeah.
50,000 people you thought were going to be there. So there's more people than that.
In turn, like 80,000.
Yeah.
Like
I think I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw out a definite number. But 50,000 people, and you have 2 water stations. They said they had like pretty much just one machine for any medical emergencies they would have had. Very few, emergency carts to resuscitate people. So that adds to it. And then you have an all ages show where, of course, kids are going to go, and then they're not going to be your geeky, even if they're your geekiest kids. If they're Travis Scott fans, they're about to go there and stand the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott has a stand base. And really,
he
really does. And like I said, as somebody who was a real big Travis fan back in the day, like the whole idea of it is like, it's not even like we these badass kids. It's like
we just here to turn
the fuck up. Exactly. It's suburban kids turning the fuck, letting loose. It's like
it's the definition of getting lit. Like and Travis Scott's biggest thing is being a rager, and you go to one of his concerts and you see
it's a bunch of raging ass kids.
It's an animal house.
You could not have a bar at a Travis Scott show and people are still going to act completely insane because that's the type of aura he perpetuates with his music. But at the same time, them acting a fool is not him wishing anybody to die or trample. Like, of course, he knows people are going to pass out. If you're a huge concert goer and not just like seated concerts, you know people are going to pass out.
Exactly.
That's a common occurrence. You know what I'm saying? So when he saw the guy that was limp, passed out, it's not confirmed if he was one of the deceased or what have you. But when you see that on Twitter and he's looking at the guy, he had just called for help and he's still harmonizing, keeping the show going because this guy does this probably 4 or 5 times a week. Think about how many people.
He performs all this, like he's an artist. He tours.
See, but the thing that really drops the ball is that the audience members were telling the crew that people were dying.
And they kept continue on.
And see, that's why I bring it back to Live Nation every single time. Because let's say he couldn't even hear anything in his earpiece, he couldn't see the lights. When we have video proof of multiple people climbing up to platforms to tell production crew that, hey, shit's going down, stop the show, people are dying, y'all had to have better walkie-talkies.
And they all have communication. Like,
they need to. And if they don't.
And one of my biggest things too is, as somebody who's like, I'm not gonna call myself a definite historian, but you know what I'm saying, somebody who actually goes back and researches shit and looks back at documentaries of old festivals and shit like that. And you talked about it, and I tweeted about it, like with Woodstock '99. Well, let's even go back to the first Woodstock, which ended up was an actual disaster too. As big as the whole the peace hippie movement they tried to make it be, it was a fucking disaster. Yeah. You had people, the gates weren't prepared. They weren't prepared for that many people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Terrible plumbing, a whole nine. Yeah. People died. I think it's like 2 people died that one.
Yeah. Then 3 in '99.
3 in '99, and that was in 3 in '99. So happily ended up running the whole weekend. Yeah. And only 3 people died. And then now you have something that happened this couple days ago. Yeah. One day, 8 people passed away. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like there was a soccer game in England where a crush happened. Because that's what happened here. It's called a crush. And that's where essentially you have a huge crowd and the people from the back are rushing to the front. And people just get crushed between each other. Like you get crushed. Like you can't breathe and You know what I'm saying? You start to panic and people are like they were having heart attacks, all that, this, that, and the third. That's happened at a football game in the last 10 or 15 football, as in European football, 10 or 15 years. So these incidents aren't necessarily isolated. Like this isn't the first time this has happened. This isn't the first time this has happened at a major event, nor is it the most catastrophic, thing to happen at a public event. But this could have been prevented mainly through legitimate organization.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Like there was no there's no way you don't have multiple, at the very least, a fleet of emergency vehicles for 50,000 people, but not to have multiple.
And that just goes back to what I mean is you've had so many, like, it's literally the case of you've seen what happens when shit isn't prepared properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see when shit happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you still don't take the necessary precautions. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Necessarily, I don't even care how much money it will have to cost.
Yeah.
Like, in order to make sure, if you really care about the people that are coming, and that's, I'm not even just saying this on Travis. Like, I'm saying this for the whole team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really care about the people that are coming and spending their money to enjoy with your craft and what you do it for, this, that, and the third, you need to take every precaution to make sure those people are taken care of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, having 2 water places
is not
for 50,000 people, just even if it was strictly only 50, like if only 50,000 people made it in and that was the set capacity, that's still not going to work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was a festival, so niggas was staying there too. Like,
staying in the town at the very least.
And you know what's crazy? They're kind of lucky they didn't get that far. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not ready, if this is what happened after one night, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, the
like,
next night.
No show, no festival would have happened for the next 10 years if this shit would have happened the 4 weekend.
And the thing is, like, I think like 2 people have died in all of Coachella's history.
Damn.
In 16 years of Coachella history.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and festivals happen all the time and nobody... Like I said, it's a mixture. This problem was a mixture of, because even in the videos you see, the girl and the guy are trying to get help and people are telling them to shut the fuck up and calm the fuck down, call them a bitch and a pussy and all this. It's like, motherfucker, people are dying over this bullshit. Like, none of them, like we said to start out, nobody went there wanting to have anything but an amazing time. The performers, the attendees, the crew, you know what I'm saying, that's their job, but they all want to enjoy it. And now, due to negligent organization, this shit ended up being a fucking catastrophe.
Yeah, niggas lawsuits after this shit.
Oh yeah, Travis Scott did apologize. He kind of came out, and it's weird because he came out with a filtered video, rubbing his head, not really. But I mean, what do you say?
You can't. And that's the thing, bro, and that's why I don't like social media, bro, because people have so many opinions on how somebody should feel, on how they should be reacting.
That's very true.
And it's like, you don't know.
You can't dictate
like, you know
that
what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sorry to even try to compare it to situations like, all right, Ariana Grande didn't have to come out and speak.
But she did.
You know what I'm saying? She did, but like...
But that also wasn't her fault. Like, it's not, but the thing is, it's a little bit different when you incite that type of behavior, when you encourage that type of behavior at your shows. Like, I would agree with you. I'm not saying that Travis Scott wants anybody
that's what I'm saying,
to
like,
die. But when you say, come out and rage and, it ain't a mosh pit unless somebody gets injured, then, you know what I'm saying, then what do you expect fucking kids idolize people? You know what I'm saying? So they're going to do what the fuck you tell them to do. You tell them you need to fucking really mosh and break some bones, that's what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to fucking million metal shows, see mosh and nobody got fucked, because that's not what they encourage. You know what I'm saying? I've been to other rap shows where kids try to mosh and nobody gets hurt, because that's not what they fucking encourage. But, you know what I'm saying? With Ariana, like, you can't compare the situations. That's one thing I did see is people comparing other public event situations, and the only thing that really sets this one apart is because this guy is known to incite the rage. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. He's not at fault for anybody dying, because a lot of that shit probably could have been prevented had like I said,
plan was
those
good.
people on the production crew been diligent. And then they say there was somebody stabbing somebody with drugs, and then
Yeah.
telling you get a bunch of kids in one place and they're not gonna know how to act.
Yeah, man.
Very rarely,
I don't know.
especially when you tell them to act like they don't know how to act.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And another thing about it too is, I think it was very rushed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like this was probably rushed.
It had to have been.
Yeah, because you gotta think. Also coming off, we're still in the pandemic. I mean, I'm sorry, I said that. A pandemic. We're still in the pandemic regardless. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're coming off the heels of a lockdown and shit like that. So everybody's been trying to get everything back going. Other than sports, you know what I'm saying? Back going how.
And for this to be a single man festival, it's that might have been
like, you know what I'm saying, Rolling Loud. You know what I'm saying? They had, but Rolling Loud's different. They've had two. There's Rolling Loud.
I mean, even the Rolling Louds weren't it. They say that it's still kind of catastrophes, but nobody died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see all the people out there. When you look at that's rappers though. You know what I'm saying? That's different. When you look out there to see a people, that shit's still possible at places like Rolling Loud.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. Like, because, and people say when they saw Travis at Rolling Loud, like shit like that was happening because when you incited, you know what I'm saying? When people get hyped, they go crazy, man. I don't know. Rest in peace to all those that lost their lives. It's a catastrophe, and it's beyond sad. You can't even measure like the sorrow behind it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about next, man?
Shit, we got this Aaron Rodgers bullshit.
Man, and the thing about the Aaron Rodgers bullshit, Aaron Rodgers deserves so much shit that he won't actually get. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's how I look at it. Aaron Rodgers deserves the same exact criticism we gave Kyrie, but tenfold. Because this motherfucker, he may not have said he was vaccinated, which I'll give him that, but he kind of ran around with the impression that he was vaccinated and, you know, all this shit. And when he gets found out, he's mad that people found out he's not vaccinated and he thinks he's cancel culture is coming for him and all that bullshit. No. You put a lot of motherfuckers at danger, and
your own teammates. You know what I'm saying?
A bunch of them are catching
everybody in the fucking green, because you're not. It's not like you're the running back. You're the second string.
You're the franchise quarterback.
And it's not even only that. It's the fact that even before the season started, you had a whole bunch of shit going on with you about you not even wanting to play this, that, and the third. And now you want everybody to feel sorry for you about that, but now you come out with this, and you lie to people, reporters, your teammates, coach, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine. You're supposed to be one of the best, you know what I'm saying, I mean, not taking nothing away from skill, but you're supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks.
You're supposed to be a team leader.
You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to be a team leader.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know, you shot yourself in the foot, you shot your career, you kind of shot your career in the foot, because, you know what I'm saying, COVID's a big career thing, as you can see. I mean, and stuff like that.
But the thing that kills me is that you had Stephen A. going off the fucking chain about Kyrie every single morning, every single afternoon, back to back to back to back. And look at him being quiet as a fucking mouse about Aaron Rodgers. That shit is disgraceful.
1 week since, because he actually got COVID. That's the thing. He got COVID. You got COVID, and then you got it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you vaccinated? Like,
another thing, and the thing is, it kills me because this is one of those prime examples of black men just
tearing down.
Yeah, exactly. Cause like,
it's like what do they say? The crabs in the barrel.
Yep, exactly. And he was after Kyrie. Kyrie was his meal ticket for a week on that shit. You know what I'm saying? The COVID Kyrie situation was his meal ticket for a minute.
Talking about he's harming the team and this, that, and hold on.
Yeah.
So, let's break it down on that. Let's break it down on the sports level real quick. Can we break it down on sports level?
Go ahead.
Alright, so we talking about Kyrie gonna hurt the team of a team that is built with KD and James Harden.
It's built with two of the best players of our generation. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was gonna hurt the team. I mean, it really hasn't. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter.
No. And I'm still holding.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm just talking strictly on sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now, when the quarterback of, you know what I'm saying,
one of America's, the first Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The trophy that is the team that the head coach.
The Lombardi John, he coached the Packers.
Exactly. And this nigga said the shit, but we not on his head.
Yeah, nah.
Niggas not on his head top. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's the quarterback. He has to make sure the team.
They should be. And the thing is, he went up on Pat McAfee's show and pretty much tried to say they target him in cancel culture. And he even tried to use a Martin Luther King. Get that fucking shit out, man.
And the thing about it is, you know, it makes. I think something came out this weekend or something, either yesterday or today. About something from Joe Rogan. I think
he followed He called Joe Rogan his good friend, and pretty much said he followed the advice of taking ivermectin, which, if you hadn't heard,
I couldn't even pronounce it.
Ivermectin is like a paste they give horse, like I think it's a horse dewormer or something, and all the weirdos and people think that it they think it helps with Rona. And I'm not taking shit meant for a horse, and that's why I don't touch ketamine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's meant for horses, cuz. Alright, that's what I thought it was.
Don't
you know what I'm saying?
In other countries.
Bro, y'all tweaking, man. But he deserves a way more criticism than he gets, and that's just my point. I don't give a fuck about him having COVID. Like, he's a perfect, I mean, sounds bad, but he's a perfectly healthy man. He has the best fucking medical attention probably money could buy, or, you know, secondary, whatever. He's gonna make it through it. I care about him.
Putting other people at risk.
I care about him not. I don't even necessarily know if I care about that because they had to have known. The head office had to have known, at the very least. The organization knew he wasn't vaccinated. They had to have. Like they had to. That you're not slipping that by me. No, That's probably a big reason why he came back. Now that you mention that, he probably wasn't going to come back if they made him get vaccinated. And they said, you know what? We just won't say anything.
Damn.
But
there we go.
boom. But what I care about is the fact that they tore the good brother Kyrie down for making a dumbass decision, and then didn't tear the white man down for making an equally dumb decision, but then trying to hide a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to hide it.
Yeah, fact.
That's my problem.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, that's my problem. You see this shit about Robert Sarver? I think he's the owner, the general manager, or something.
His son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that shit. What is
He pretty much was just kind of treating the organization as like he's just a bunch of white dudes that got some black friends and just thought they knew black. I think this is one of those situations where you can't be surprised. This is how white people act. White people of yesteryear act when they are around black people. Like you see the guy that said he was calling the other dude something, or you know what I'm saying, and they were saying he was trying to get strippers to get pregnant by NBA players.
So that shit, so they could keep saying,
because and the thing is, like, ass backwards thinking, he not wrong. Fucking Lou Will slipped out to the strip club just for some chicken wings in the bubble.
Chicken wings in the bubble, niggas.
And you know what I'm saying?
That's that bullshit slave mentality shit.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's that we gonna herd these niggas, we gonna breed these niggas, and we gonna make sure these niggas don't leave us.
You make them as comfortable as they can be, and they'll stay.
What did Ye say? Ye said something. We gonna give you the house. They want you to have a house. They want you to have a car. You know what I'm saying? They want you to have a change.
And see, that's the thing, like, with the Robert Sarver situation, which we're talking about, is that he was doing some real fucking egregious shit, but it almost felt like he was doing it because he thought that he had the keys type shit.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew what was going on. Like, when I saw the headline or the line about trying to get strippers pregnant so that players would have a reason to stay in Phoenix, it's like, I mean, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
But you know what's crazy though? Now that I think about it, now we're talking about this, it's crazy to think that niggas are, I don't even want to say it like this, but it's crazy to think that niggas are dumb enough to
fall for that.
To believe that, yo, even though I'm an NBA star, I have all this millions of dollars, I can't just pick my family up and move with me. But
you can't, because you don't want to move your family. Like, let's say if you're a journeyman and you get traded every year, like Quentin Richardson used to do.
Shit.
You couldn't move your family every year.
Military kids don't want to do that shit either, though.
Yeah, but...
And they getting paid way less than NBA.
Yeah, but at least with NBA, you know, I mean, yeah, that's the shit. Fuck, I'm not going to argue with that at all. I'm not going to argue with that at all.
And they both have to do it, so...
Yeah.
They want to keep their job.
But most people want to settle down, and with NBA, you have the choice to settle down, because you can just, you know, not get deployed, or not get, stationed somewhere else.
Damn, bro, I'm not hearing that shit.
No trade clauses exist.
No trade clauses.
He was trying
no
to,
trade
yeah.
clauses do exist. Yeah, they
exactly.
do. But shit, you don't gotta live there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think he'll lose the team or his position or anything. Just because this dropped the same day the Dave Portnoy story dropped, which was...
This is still big.
Yeah, it's actually really huge because he's... Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot for Gillian
They just got that new deal, though.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't think they said it.
Exactly, exactly. That's why, yeah. I don't even word that correctly on the tweet, so I didn't say nothing.
I don't give a fuck about Dave Portnoy. So I think the dude's a fucking vehement racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I maybe not vehement, but...
You know more about barstools.
Yeah, it's always been kind of like...
It's been a white frat thing. I know that, yeah. I know that, yeah.
And trust me, it's all synonymous. But apparently he's accused of raping a woman who came to see him, and that's not the first time he does it. I mean, he's an almost 50-year-old man hitting on 2020, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, y'all killed R. Kelly. Why aren't we killing Dave Portnoy?
Yeah, true. Whoa.
No. Because we have...
That's sensitive now.
How's that
insensitive? What is Dave Portnoy
I'm raping... I just told you. That's what I'm saying. If we want to do it to one person, why are we not doing it to the other?
Because he's white.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm about to say, what the fuck? Come on now.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
Well, R. Kelly's still crazy, though, alright?
Oh, I'm not downplaying what R. Kelly did. But if I shoot a motherfucker and a white dude shoots a motherfucker, it should be equal punishment.
Oh, yeah, true.
There should be a legitimate thing. You
gotta throw the book at both of them.
You know what I'm saying? So, why haven't we started taking Barstool away or trying to take... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true indeed.
That's my question. Like, when are we going to start taking Barstool away?
Yeah,
when are we still going to start burying his content and shit like that? I mean, it should be anyways. Other than $1 million worth of game, I don't support Barstool at all.
Yeah.
And it's wild that they're on there, but they say they gave them the money.
Yeah,
Man, you don't know shit about them. That's wild. I don't respect Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, they don't know shit about him.
I don't respect Dave Portnoy. What else we got today?
We got the yay.
How far are we in? I cannot read the time.
2-7.
27 minutes, alright.
This nigga's blind as a motherfucking bat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let the people know that this nigga without glasses, this nigga is
blind as a fucking bat.
He is useless to the world.
Yeah, I cannot see shit now, bro. You wanna go ahead
it's crazy because beauty is pain, isn't it?
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
Beauty is pain.
Exactly. You wanna start this J shit off?
Alright, so boom. We probably got one of the biggest interviews of this year, 2021. Probably the last couple years, I'm not gonna lie. Big for the podcast community, big for the hip hop community, and just big for the culture in general. We got formerly known as Kanye West, but new name Ye. We got him on Drink Champs. Well, we didn't get him, but Nori got him on Drink Champs. And shit, that was something. So Ye came on there. Talked about his marriage to Kim K, how that's going. Drake. What else did he talk about?
Big Sean.
Oh, John Legend and Big Sean. Hella name drops. I think it was like 80 by the time that fucking shit ended. It just showed why that nigga is a billionaire. For real. Yeah. He talked about why he's a billionaire and why he is a legend for life. You know what I'm saying? One of the most influential people of all time.
This was probably, honestly, the most candid we've ever gotten Kanye in an interview. Kanye, for the first time I've ever seen...
He looked comfortable.
Exactly. He looked more than comfortable. He looked welcome. He looked at home.
There we go.
Man, I gotta start out with shout out to Nori. I mean, this shit, he never gonna say this, but shout out to fucking Nori for
DJ FN.
Yeah, and DJ FN and Nori fucking went crazy. Like, man, people were waiting for the Drake interview. Like, that was kind of the podcast thing.
Yeah, who was gonna get that one first?
This motherfucker just popped up. Yeah, I got Ye.
Donda.
Man, he dropped that shit on Instagram. When he dropped the Ye Drink Champs, I damn near shit my fucking pants.
Listen to that shit and I got excited.
Like, Ye on Drink Champs because I hate to talk about other shit on, I'm a fucking huge Drink Champs fan. fucking
I'm
love
not
that
watching.
shit.
I'm watching $1 Million.
Yeah, like yeah,
Either or.
yeah, $1 Million and Drink Champs are my go-tos. And a lot of times, especially with the more established guys, or guys who are still in the runs of their career, they'll get up there, they might sip a little, then, they usually won't hit the weed on camera.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even drink. To see Kanye West grab that fucking Hennessy, pour him some Hennessy.
He said, what he say? Oh, he said, yo, I'm sorry using this shit too. He said, well, let me tell you what Hennessy is doing to the black community. And then he poured it up. Oh,
that man is...
That's when I realized he's still a nigga.
That was I haven't seen that Kanye West since. Kanye ain't been that Kanye since. Lady Gaga is the fucking President Polaroid.
Yeah.
I like some of Lady Gaga songs, but what the fuck do she
Yeah.
know about? And this blew the same low out of the fucking water. And it wasn't because of the name drops or the spicy shit he said. It's because... Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Yeah, because he was so fucking candid.
Honest, transparent. Well, Ye's always, but Ye was being Ye, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because Ye is honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you listen, when you look at a Kanye Jane, you act like he's not going to tell you who he's talking to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to tell you how much that outfit costs. He's going to tell you how much he just got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's going to tell you what
he has always been braggadocious, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's one of the they say he's one of the biggest assholes ever. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a genius. So, and he knows it. He knows it.
Yeah.
He's not going to let you forget it.
Why would he? And the thing is, with this one, man, he didn't have to call himself a genius. He just had to say, hey, look what I did for this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Like, the point he made about Big Sean and John Legend publicly opposing him when, I know your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I changed your life. These motherfucking Democrats didn't change your life. I changed your life. I took you out the way.
And you know what's crazy? That's a hard pill to swallow for somebody. That's and it's crazy, and it's hard to even take for somebody to say that shit out loud too.
I did that for you?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Especially like just
when motherfuckers start acting real ungrateful.
But you know what I'm saying? But niggas don't like hearing it. You niggas don't like hearing about themselves. People don't like hearing shit.
That's what I'm saying. To hear that, to be on the receiving end of that shit would be a hard pill to swallow, but to dish that shit out, nah, he's exactly right. Like, bruh, even if you disagree with me, you didn't have to go out there and make me look like the villain type shit.
Even though I was already gonna do that myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like he said in this one, he's trying to get canceled with this interview. Yeah. And he's not gonna get canceled. I think anybody that could have ever disliked Ye before might maybe not hate the guy now. I'm trying to fix my back.
Because the thing about it is, I'm not saying everything that Ye even said that motherfucker is correct. He didn't say everything in that
Hell no, because he be saying some bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody does.
Everything takes a little discernment. You take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? With a grain of salt. But he had some real hard hitting points, especially when he's talking about that Drake shit. That Drake shit was funny.
Which part of the Drake shit?
He was like, man, Drake is so. But he was saying some real shit about Drake too. Like Drake is very calculated.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Drake not just gonna hit you with a diss song unless you was Meek Mill. But you know what I'm saying? And diss you every bar. He gonna play. That's some J shit. He gonna throw you some slick shots.
Some subliminals.
Yeah, some subliminals.
Yeah, he gave his big ups to Drake. He pretty much said, I respect Drake, but I'm not gonna take the disrespect from Drake.
Yeah. You gotta think how. Cause Drake is smart. Like he'll make a diss song a summer hit. Like you know what I'm saying? When he was like, yo, I had a party in North was, you know what I'm saying? The Jake talking about my Gil put your name on the building, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daughter has to listen to that at a party. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
And now I ain't gonna lie, that's some evil
shit. Ye put it all in there. He conceptualized everything that people wanted to hear the past few years. Ye came out and man, that entire interview, Nori was just sitting there like, I can't believe this shit is fucking happening.
And what I say, everything I said, most things I say regarding music happen, especially when it comes to just like me talking.
In what way?
When I said that motherfucking quick time with slime was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, that quick time with slime. Because when he said that Big Sean shit, that turned the internet upside down. And then Big Sean said he got an invitation to drink champ.
Exactly, but then he said it first. Said, "Oh, so Ye must be talking crazy."
Yeah.
And the thing about it was,
slime.
that wasn't in my eyes. That wasn't even the thing that was that wasn't the biggest thing that was said. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the biggest screen grab from the first 30.
Mine was Talib Kweli can't rap. Because I've been saying that. How long?
That was it.
Have I not been saying that like for the last 3 or 4 months? I've been like, I don't know if Talib Kweli can rap that well. I mean, he has a cool voice and he has some rhymes, but other than just to get by, I don't know if Talib Kweli. I mean, he has the black, but I still don't. Talib Kweli always is the weak link.
I like
whatever
him.
he does.
He got some good songs. He got some good songs. He can rap. He's not somebody.
I mean, yeah, he can rap, but
not somebody that can
he can't rap as well as he thinks he
said,
can.
go read a book. He's like, go read a book. Yo, but and then it was crazy. I had to listen to College Dropout the next day.
Oh yeah.
And then I listened to the song with him and Common on. I'm like,
exactly.
Yay! I said this song kind of aged well.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What got me though, the one thing I think Ye played himself was keep mentioning that him and Kim weren't divorced.
Yeah.
And she been out here with Pete Davidson every.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about that, but he was playing
They got
himself.
more
with
money
that
than
one.
Pete Davidson, so I don't know.
But he was still playing himself with that one, kind of. He was playing himself almost on some Will shit. Like that was almost a play.
But what else did he say though? My favorite part. My favorite part outside of just play.
I keep touching my face because I take my glasses. My bad.
My favorite part was the shit he was talking about, Soulja Boy. He was like, Soulja Boy is one of the most influential people of this generation.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You can't argue that.
He said, so why take the Soulja Boy verse on? He said, did you hear the
That
verse?
shit.
He was like,
you?
he said, nah. He said, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I was like, man, yeah.
Man, yeah, like I said, it was just good to see.
He said Future was the top most influential.
Bruh. I mean, Jay still listens to music. Like, why you think he got everybody
on his
album?
It was crazy. That's why I knew exactly why he got Fabio on that. Before he even said something about that, I knew that's the reason. That freestyle he did on Funk Flex was the reason why he got flown out to be on Donda.
That's wild. That's crazy. That guy, he still has his hands.
Flowers.
He gave everybody their flowers that deserved it, except for Talib Kweli. He fucked.
He even said Big Sean. He even gave Big Sean and John Legend. He's like, but and then when he said ass, he said, "Yo, if I walk through the airport, I don't want everybody saying ass."
Yeah, exactly. That motherfucker's complete. Kanye is. He's a weird motherfucker, and he smoked weed.
Yeah, he smoked the blunt.
That's crazy.
He's not too godly now.
He was cussing when he was saying nigga and shit. Cause he was when he started out with the cussing, I was like, oh shit, we about to get some real shit. Then he pulled up the thing, I said, oh. Then he smoked weed. I said, no. My Joe Rogan.
You're my Joe Rogan.
Like Nori, that's stamp Nori, bro.
Yeah. You're our. He said, you're not mine. You're our. You're our Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Nori gets stamped, bro. Yeah. He deserved it.
The price goes up. I don't even know if people pay, but the price goes up. And he said this is the biggest interview that Drink Champ's ever gonna have.
Yeah, the price of the brick went up for that shit.
It went shit. I told you. Fuck. It was at like 1.8 million.
Yeah, they did. They broke the
18 hours.
They broke some record.
Revolt.
So yeah.
Biggest revolt.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah. Big ups to Nori. Big up to EFN. Yeah, he did his thing. Yeah. We got anything else to talk about?
Shit, not this side.
All right. Well, we will see you guys maybe later this week, maybe next week. But for now, this has been another episode of the podcast presented by Simple Math Matrix. It's your boy, Mister, a.k.a. Superworld 357, best known as Prince Godbody, and
we are out. Oh my God!
You forgot your name. Peace.
Gosh.